Hello, this is L Sherlock L back here again, and we are looking at the final step of working with our hops. This is part 3. So I have my bucking installed on my barrel. It's been sealed with our RTV silicone sealant and wrapped with our Kevlar thread or dental floss, both the same in quality. Here's our M249 hop-up chamber. This one's going to be a bit easier to work with. Let's see here, that's the top. That's the bottom. Want to make sure, here's our where the hop-up goes in, or the nub goes in, rather. Want to make sure to orientate it the right way up. And so that this notch here is going to be on the bottom. So I'm going to carefully insert it like that. Now a lot of people will like to use like a grease to aid getting your bucking in the chamber, and I like to avoid that if at all possible. Just because it could cause your bucking to swell. Depends on what you use. And I don't happen to have any Teflon grease handy, so we're just putting it straight in, and with a bit of gentle persuasion it should go in, not too difficultly. Okay, so now that is installed. The other thing that we want to check right after installing it is that if everything is done right, we should have nothing to catch, or nothing to catch on the BB, so we set a BB in there just to check if our hop-up, or our hop nub, is applying too much pressure on it. What I'm doing is I'm very gently pushing it past the feed lip, and it rolled through nice and easy. Now we're going to try the reverse from the barrel side, keeping our barrel at a slight angle, and rolled it down, and here we can see it is caught right on our feed lip again. So that tells us that the R-hop nub is not protruding too far into the chamber. You can carefully look to or hold the barrel up to a light and look through it and verify you don't want to see anything protruding into the chamber. Otherwise, odds are it is going to start over-hopping. So now what I'm going to do is, actually, I don't know which way this goes on. I think it goes on this way. I'll lock my barrel back in place with our clip here. Honestly, that's kind of weird. There we go. It's locked down, so our barrel will not rotate. So that's all good. Now, with our hopping, you want to use a flat top nub. Here's an example of one that I made while testing out of a 70 durometer rubber for a M4. Oh, come on, focus. So it's just got a flat bottom surface. The flat bearing surface I find works the best. You can use your standard, I don't know, like tube nub, but flat surface works best. And it just so happens that the M249 uses this little flat cylinder piece, so I'm going to try using just this and see what that gets us. So I'll install my nub. So that's sitting in there. Another thing you want to check and make sure is that in your installation of the hop-up arm or whatever, that there isn't a whole lot of place side to side, because that can cause variation in your shots as well. So I'm going to install our ring back here, and I believe we need to be... This is poorly engineered. Okay, so this ring is kind of a bit fiddly to get on over that nub, but basically it's got the it's rotational based top up, and it just pushes directly on the nub. And let's see if we can get a decent camera shot here. Oh my gosh, my feet are going all over the place. To show you inside of our barrel. But so taking the Hopup off, and it applies just fine, so that's good. The bigger question I have with this particular unit is if it is going to behave and stay in place. Sorry about the movement. So in this case, all we have left to do is put back on our tensioner. Once again, I am not impressed whatsoever with this Hopup unit. This is an O-ring, so I'm going to lightly lubricate it with a drop of silicone oil. This one actually had some cracks forming in it, so I want to try and keep it alive as long as we can. I'm just going to slip it back over. And there's a little groove that it sits in right there. That applies tension. All right enough, I guess. The Hopup dial. Personally, I would have liked to have seen something a bit more to help hold it there, but the vertical pressure from the nub will help hold it there. So, our Hopup unit is complete. Can finish reassembling and put it back in your gun, and then take it out to a range and test it. In general, I have received 0 problems using this method of install. So this concludes my series on our hopping. If you would like to know more, you can certainly shoot me a message, or if you have any questions on my specific techniques or processes, to find me on the forums, ask me questions. You can PM me. I should respond to it usually. But yeah, so this is all complete, and it should work good. And the whole point of our hop is to add consistency and range and allow you to hop heavier BBs. In this case, 249 support gun, the R-Hop patch will last a really long time and should provide a bit more accuracy and range. Thank you for watching, and I hope this was informative.